Welcome to Nugget 260 with Steve and Dana Groman, and today we're going to start talking about VLAs. I know that we mentioned them in a previous Nugget, but I've been waiting to tell you about the VLAs out in Owens Valley, in my favorite place in Eastern California. But I'm going to lead into that by going to this Scientific American article from June of 2022, and it's called Long Distance Call, an updated proposal for beaming a message to the stars. If we ever encounter intelligent life beyond Earth, a key first question will be, how can we communicate? An international team of researchers led by Jonathan Zhang of the NASA Jet Propulsion Laboratory recently detailed a new missive intended for reaching out to extraterrestrial recipients. The 13-part Beacon in the Galaxy updates the 1974 Arecibo message, humanity's first attempt to send a communication that extraterrestrial intelligence might understand. Okay, stop. How on earth are we going to know how to communicate with any supposed extraterrestrials? I know that we'd mentioned before that whatever they're thinking, their concept is that evolution happened with these extraterrestrials in conjunction and in the same basic time frame as us, or if they're advanced, they can certainly reach back and know how to communicate with us. This article goes on to talk about how they have this thing called a bitmap, which is a logical approach. The on-off, present-absent nature of a binary system seems like it would be recognized by any intelligent species. But this strategy is not without shortcomings. Really, can't imagine that. When Frank Drake, a pioneer in the search for extraterrestrial intelligence, which is called SETI, S-E-T-I, standing for Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence, created a prototype of Arecibo transmission. He mailed the binary message to several colleagues, including some Nobel laureates. None understood its contents, and only one realized it was a bitmap. Okay, so this guy comes up with his way to communicate with ETs, and he can't even communicate with his colleagues. And the article goes on and just talking about all kinds of the places where they have these different arrays, and we have been to several of them, and we'll be showing you some pictures in the next Nuggets. Here are copies from the pages of his Beacon in the Galaxy codifying numbers, illustrating the solar system and inviting the receiver to reply at a specific frequencies. Researchers propose transmitting the message's 13 parts using binary code for the recipient to assemble into images. Okay, well that makes sense to me. I hope it makes sense to you. Many insist that the potential rewards of active SETI far outweigh the risk. First contact would be one of the most momentous occasions in the history of our species, the argument goes, and if we just wait around for someone to call us, it may never happen. I bet it's not going to ever happen. As for the risk of annihilation by malevolent space aliens, we blew our cover long ago. Any extraterrestrial capable of traveling to Earth would likely be more than capable of detecting evidence of life in the chemical signatures of our atmosphere or the electromagnetic radiation that has been leaking from our radios, television, and radar systems for the past century. This is an invitation to all people on Earth to participate in a discussion about sending out this message, Jing says. We hope by publishing this paper, we can encourage people to think about this. I've thought about it. I went to Genesis chapter 3, verse 20, and it says, and Adam called his wife's name Eve, because she was the mother of all living. The Lord tells us that He created this earth to be inhabited. Jesus Christ came to die for us that were created in His own image. There is no room for E.T., no matter how much people want to imagine that there is. But in Nugget 261, we will be taking you to Owens Valley, to one of the most historical VLAs in the United States and in the world. Share our content with family and friends. Help us grow our channel. If you appreciate our content, tell others and repost on your social platforms. We're trying to get you to think critically when you hear about things like this and when they talk about topics like communicating with extraterrestrials. Don't forget to watch Nugget 261. Thank you.